I want to make a video because I'm super excited right now. I'm going on testosterone in 2 weeks. I went to a doctor at a gender clinic today. She was great. She was awesome. She didn't say anything transphobic. I had a really good appointment with her. And at one point, after we'd done a lot of stuff, I said, I bet this is an annoying question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. When can I start on T? Like, do you have a set date? Please tell me. And she told me 2 weeks. And I was like, wow, that's great. I thought it would be much more than that. I thought it would be weeks. I thought it would be months. And it's only 2 weeks. And that's awesome. And I think it's going to be an interesting 2 weeks in the meantime. I'm going to be thinking about a lot of things, but the decision to go on testosterone has actually been more like 2 years in the making, and really a lot more than that. I first started thinking about testosterone 3.5 years ago when I figured out that I was trans. But I haven't been able to really seriously think about it, except in the past 2 years where I've been socially transitioned. At first in my social transition, there was so much going on. I had just started college. I had other things to think about, and just socially transitioning was a pretty big step for me. That I didn't want to think about medically transitioning yet. I wanted to give myself a lot of time. At this point in time, I'm pretty certain about what I'm doing, but I haven't always been like that. The past 2 years, I've thought about it a lot. It's taken a lot of consideration for me to really trust in what I'm doing. And part of that is because a lot of people in my life tell me that this is not what I should do. Or maybe not a lot, but the ones who do are really influential, two of which are my parents. My parents don't really believe in what I'm doing. They think that I will regret it. They think that it's a bad idea. For the first 19 years of my life, I felt like I didn't quite exist. I felt like something was fundamentally wrong, and it took me a while to figure out what that was. But now that I've figured it out, I actually feel like I exist a lot more. And I think that when I go on testosterone, I will just keep feeling that. Every step of my transition, I've been unsure about before I started. Like with changing my name, with changing my pronouns, 95% of me said go for it, and 5% was like, eh. But then I did it. And I looked back and I was like, this worked out really well. I am super glad I did this, and I can't imagine going back to my birth name. I can't imagine going back to being called she. Ew, no, not for me. I mean, great for whoever wants to be called she, but no, not me, nope. So, with every phase of my transition, I've looked back and I've gone, yes, that is one of the things that makes me think that I'm doing the right thing now. Even though there are people who tell me that I'm not doing the right thing. Going to camp also really helped me to be sure about what I'm doing. I went to queer camp this summer. I made another video about it with me being very happy and excited. Going to camp, I was able to see the end results of this process in a lot of different people. People my age, people a little younger, people a little older. And being able to see that just made it feel so much more like this is a viable option. This is something that is totally okay to do. This is something that I should do for myself because I need it. I need to go on testosterone. It's hard to explain, really, the emotions that I have about it. Except that when I found out that it would only be 2 weeks and that this is happening, I just got so excited and happy and relieved and kind of relaxed, even though like relaxed and excited normally don't go together. But in this case, it just felt like a whole lot of uncertainty just went away. I'm really excited now that I can put down on my calendar T-Day. So, this is me, T minus 2 weeks. 2 weeks pre-T. For anyone out there who is not quite there yet, has not quite made the decision yet, it's okay to do this at your own pace. it's okay to take longer to decide. I know trans guys who went through this process faster, like after they socially transitioned right away they started to, or maybe it was only a few months, maybe it was only a year. For me, it was 2 years, and that's okay. Whatever time you need to decide, take it. Don't let anyone make you rush into this. Not that I think that anyone would, but don't feel rushed. Don't feel like you have to take T in order to be a proper trans person. There's no such thing as like one perfect trans person. There's nothing you have to do to be trans enough. You don't have to prove to anyone that you're trans by changing yourself. Just take it at your own pace. Best of luck with whatever you want to do.